Hey guys, what's up? I want to show you how to play Easy Worthy, the chorus. And this version is by KAC Music featuring BECCA folks. So I'll play this really quickly so you can hear what it sounds like, and then I'll break it down for you in an easy way. So I'm gonna stop it here because this song repeats over and over. This chorus, it's the same thing over and over that you're playing. So let's break that down quickly. They're in the key of A sharp or B flat. So the scale for this is so A sharp is the 1, C is the 2, D is the 3, D sharp is the 4, F is the 5, G is the 6, A is the 7, and A sharp is the 8 or the 1. Alright, so this sound starts off on the 4 chord, so it goes this. So let me break that down for you. So the 4, we have D sharp and A sharp in the left hand. In the right hand, we have D sharp, G, and A sharp. Then it goes to the 5. You have F and C in your left hand, and in the right hand, you have F, A, C. Then it goes to the 6, which is G minor. So you have G and D in your left hand, and in your right hand you have G, A sharp, D. And I like to walk into that chord using, right? So G, A, that's going to be a common gospel move you hear people do when they're going to the 6 or to the 2 chords, which are minor in a scale. To this 3 over 1 or 1 over 3. So in your left hand you'll have B, and you can add A in there if you want. And in the right hand you have F, A sharp, D. And this is just a sharp chord, inverted. So that's just B flat major, A sharp major, whatever you want to call it, inverted. So that's the standard form, and this is an inverted form, right? And then you go back to the 4. So you have, let me show you that in context again. So but in their version of the sound, they're kind of playing like the piano is kind of playing like a lead line. Sometimes your lead guitarist also would play these lines, but they're doing something like. I messed that up, but you can kind of see their hand is. Right, so they're going back and forth between the D and the C, and then they add in the A sharp and the F further down the song to kind of create that melodic line while playing this. So again, we start on the 4, right, which is and kind of to add that melodic line there. Mess it up again, but you kind of get the idea where they're so what you can do is, instead of playing the full chord, you can play an inversion of it. But so you have, see, if let's say this is the 4 chord, if you invert this where you have G, A sharp, and D sharp, right, that's the inversion, because instead of playing it with the D sharp at the bottom, we're moving it to the top. So you have, it's the same chord, but instead of D sharp being here, we just move that to the top, right? And then, since you're going back and forth between the D and the C, we can actually replace this D sharp here. So we can do. You can play it like that, or you can just play like the line, right? So you can, the left hand, you can play the normal chords. But if you want it to be full, you just need to stretch a little bit. You'll have to stretch your hands. And kind of incorporate it. So it's all up to preference and how full you want it to sound, because if you play it like this, it'll be more spacious. But if you want it to the sound to be full, like if it's just maybe you and a drummer, you a bassist and a drummer, and you don't have acoustic guitar, electric guitar, or auxiliary piano player, then you'll have to stretch your hands a little bit to kind of fill up those keys. So just playing around this line, those 3 notes. And again, you can improvise and do it as it sounds good to you. It's all about finding something that fits in the sound. They're just playing around with, and the beauty of this is really they're just playing around with the notes that's in the scale, but something that's melodically. So you can even instead of doing, you can start somewhere else, and you can. Right, so it's all about preference and your own musical taste that you want to add to it. So I'll say play around with the scale, play around with the notes. Sing along if you can sing along with it to kind of get the feel of it and see what works for you and your band. And also, I would highly recommend to play this with a metronome. As you saw, I made a couple of mistakes in this because of the transitions and and how I was playing the melodic lines. Sometimes I didn't even go to the 3 of the 1. I kind of skipped that and just went back to the 4. So it's really preference, and also try to play with a metronome so that you keep on time and you make sure you're playing the notes the right time. But that's just a quick breakdown of AC Worthy and kind of the concept behind what they're doing in the sound, and how you can add your own musical taste and change it around for something to sound better or to be more pleasing for you and your band and what you guys are doing. Have a great day.